if Kamala Harris wins and both houses were to go to the Democrats, this is what would happen to this country. All right. Number one, amnesty for all undocumented aliens who have not committed a felony. All of them. So we'd have 15 million new citizens. Amnesty. Reparations for slavery. That would cost hundreds of billions of dollars. Money would be given to African Americans who had ancestors in the slave situation. Okay? I don't know how that would ever happen. Logistically, it would be a nightmare to try to trace all that back, but that's what Kamala Harris wants. You don't believe me? Listen to this. Go.
President, you would be willing to lead a conversation on what reparations for Black people would look like?
Yeah, including things like what we should be doing to take very seriously undiagnosed and untreated trauma. Take that very seriously.
Yeah, okay. All right. All right, 3, allowing the government to undermine parental authority from coast to coast in abortion and gender matters involving their minor children. So there would be federal laws passed that say, hey, if your kid wants to transition from a male to a female, you can't stop it. If your daughter wants to have an abortion, you wouldn't even know about it. That girl can get an abortion with no parental notification. That's what Kamala Harris supports. And I'm not even going to get into the taxpayer money that would pay for the gender operations of convicts, of migrants. No restraint. Remember, there's no restraint on abortion for Kamala Harris. None. And she'd bring that same mentality over to the gender transition. Okay. Severe restrictions on firearms. What does that mean? It means there'd be new federal laws making it very, very difficult for an American citizen to carry a firearm. The AKs and the heavy rifles would probably be banned. But the real serious thing is that they would stack up, the federal government would stack up laws that make it very difficult for you to carry, okay? I don't think they could seize the guns from your home. They couldn't do that under the Second Amendment. It get real difficult for you to transport the firearms anywhere. Onerous taxation on the affluent and corporations, fair share. We all know that. That's a hallmark of Kamala Harris's presentation. And of course, all that money would be passed down to consumers, raising prices even higher. But more threatening is that in order to fund all of the entitlements Kamala Harris wants to give people, she would have to tax wealth. So if you had a paper gain of stocks or bonds or gold or heirlooms, anything, the government would assess that and then tax you on it. And if it went down the next year, so you have this gain in 2025, but in 2026 goes down, you don't get a refund. They just assess it again. And every year you'd have to pay. That's outright socialism, close to communism. It's a seizure of private assets. Okay. A government economy that mandates green spending and strategies. So I asked my staff to total up all the green spending by the Biden administration. There is no figure. But according to earthjustice.org, $34 billion has been spent on solar projects and another $11 billion on wind projects. So we're up to $45 billion just on those two things, government spending. I'm talking about the government would order corporations, okay, to do X. You'd have to do it. And it will all be under the green thing, the global warming thing. All right. A reimagining of criminal punishment in the federal system. Prison sentences would be reduced dramatically because that's where the left lives. That's why we have so much social disorder in the major cities now. Imposed equity, where the federal government would provide entitlements to selected groups. The best example of this is the $25,000 giveaway that Harris is touting to first-time homebuyers. Okay, so that's a massive expenditure, and it's unconstitutional because it's a selected group getting I'm not going to get it, but my tax dollars has to go to them. Who do you think pays for all this stuff? We, the working people in America, pay for it. All right? That's equity. So the certain groups are going to get money, but others aren't. That's not equal justice under the law. All right? It's not. And, you know, all of this stuff would be challenged, but this is what they want, the progressives want. Strict limits on speech. This is very interesting. So in Sweden, they have a law that prohibits hate speech. What's hate speech in Sweden? Statements that threaten or express disrespect for ethnic groups or similar groups regarding race, skin color, nationality, ethnic origin, faith, sexual orientation. So if you criticize somebody, show them disrespect, you could be criminally prosecuted. In Sweden, you can get up to 4 years in prison. What the progressives want. So I would be doing life right now. And I criticize everybody. Okay, I don't care about race or creed or religion. And you're doing something that hurts the folks, I'm coming after you. But under what the progressives want, I'd be muzzled, so would every other analyst that's not a progressive. And finally, weaponization of the Justice Department, IRS. Under the Biden administration, 87,000 new IRS employees have been approved. That means the money set aside to pay them. Well, what do you think they're going to be doing? They're going to be auditing people all over the place, people they don't like. They don't like a group, they'll get audited. And the Justice Department, we've seen it time and time again, Trump being the best case, most vivid case, will break you. Okay, we'll break you. Donald Trump would be broken if he didn't have the political action committees picking up his lawyer bills. So they can come in, any American, and they can charge you, and you have to pay all the lawyers to break you. That's not hard. It's easy for them to do. That's what the progressives have been doing. So all of those things, and they're on BillO'Reilly.com. I have them if you want to download that. They're just listed there. And you can read them and weep, pass them along. That's what this vote is about, the progressive vision. Thank you for watching. To view full episodes of the No Spin News anytime, sign up to become a BillO'Reilly.com premium or concierge member today.